being a believer, in all sincerity with ourselves, what will you say? Do you see what religion is doing to our society? Because we see religion in everything we do and everywhere, especially with this rating that we are the second or most religious country in the world. And look at our society. What's your view on the impact of religion? I do not want to use any adjective, so I will not preempt you. And see where we are. Just like saying water, water everywhere, there is none to drink. We are not seeing righteousness in the land. Churches are building cathedrals, they are building domes, they are building multi-mile or kilometer auditoriums. And we see the way the society is, even our values and everything is totally religionized. What's your perspective on this?
They're saying that religion is the opium of the people. So for me, it is as a dicey thing. People are religious, but they are not serving God. People are religious. People are involved in religious activities. They don't have connection with God. And you see in their dealings in the secular world, in their dealings in the environments, know that these people are just religious. So the impacts of religious activities has not really helped the system. People are fake. We have so many fake people. We have so many deceitful people putting on the toga of religion, of title in a church or in a mosque. But they know that the moment say, I'm a son of God, I'm a pastor, I'm an afar, you lower your guard. And that's how they hit you.
Penetrates.
So, and it has not really helped the system as such. But it depends on perspective, it depends on how you are looking at it. At the same time, too, we believe prayer is the master key. Prayer is the answer to things. And as people say, it is religion. I mean, it's prayer, not even religion. Prayer that is sustaining our economy, our life, and all this. So, because this thing is relationship, but it's very easy. I've seen it across the whole world. It's very easy for people to disciple people or to have followership, irrespective of whatever you say you do. When I move around, I see some funny things, and you see people there. People will following. But it's very easy to, I don't know, maybe because of the easy way of life or communal activities, because you always get something from auntie, uncle, cousin, or to sort yourself. Some people call it black tax.
Black tax.
You understand?
Entitlement.
Entitlement. So it's very easy to not to be frank and be serious and know that this person is deceiving us or deceiving me or some. It's religion, both sides or the three angles have taken different dimension. So I always try to just jump and pass in that balance. So
you tried because I did not tell you, I did not preempt, I didn't tell you, I didn't give you an idea that could come because see, um I will keep the question to myself because the moment we realize, because this platform is actually for communication as well. I love the part that you said prayer is the master key. Everybody knows that there are powers and influences that are beyond our natural realm. Man is not just this it's not just this container called flesh. But the truth is that we work in corporate here. We don't pray, we don't have any fellowship, we don't do anything. But you will see the values, the character, the attitude of the people, their sincerity, their openness. It's far more that we say, that we are religious. And probably if we look at it very well, we want to really see the overall effect, whether religion has done more harm to us than good. And I don't want to go too much deep into religion because when we're growing up, we will we will eat earlier meat, all those we eat with we are just a community. The Muslim will come, they will do Christmas with us. We will do their Idul Kabir, Idul Fitri with them. Nobody was suspecting anybody. There was no scare of, there was no polarization. As kids, we eat together. You understand? We play together, we flock together. See how religion is polarizing today, even among Christians, denominational differences alone. I am this, I belong to Apollo, you belong to Paul, I'm winners, you are MFM, you are redeemed. And if you are baptized in the RCCG, you cannot even be an usher in winners. Even if you have spent 50 years and you are the most righteous person, you still have to go through the church process and look at the society, all the corruption, all the stealing, all the whatever social evils we are seeing is either by one John. Oh no, I don't want to use John. One John is very close to me. It's one is by one Matthias or one Karibu somewhere. That is either a Christian or a Muslim, or one Ifademi. All these people have a form of religion, and we are so deep in it that some of us even have rank in these religions. But the evil in our hands can be so is totally unimaginable. And I think you have addressed that. Do you want to chip in anything extra? Because we can't see it. Has it not done more harm in the way we practice and over religionize and over spiritualize? Why people should be thinking instead of critical thinking that makes the West different from us. Everything is religion. We need prayer to fix our exchange rate. It's only God that can help us to fix our economy. It's only, what is your view, if you can still chip in a little in that aspect? We are not doing much.
So we overburden God with so many things.
Overburdening God.
Yes. So God has given us the brain, and God will not do for us what He has given us the capacity to handle by ourselves. So, but because of laziness, because of complacency, we decided to not to do, not to scratch the the capacity, the level of things that God has deposited in us. We decided not to use it. We decided to resort to complacency in some sorts. So, and that's why we are where we are. So it is very easy to tell some people that it is because you are not doing this. That's why this thing is happening to you.
Fam-
Seers,
or family cause.
visioners, all these family calls, is your uncle, is your mommy, is your daddy. So, and ordinarily, you see some street guys that want to obtain, they call it OBT. So, ordinarily, because they know people fall easily, they just stop you by the roadside. Especially ladies are the women, they are the ones that fall prey to this sort of things. And in churches and mosques, they are the most populous in anywhere
Yeah.
because they believe they are the one that have problem. Either the problem of husband or problem of daughter or son or uncle or auntie, they want to pray. So they are very easy prey. So, and they have to convince their husband or children or so. The one guy just say, guys, madam, you just get something, and they quickly start forgetting, and they fall prey to those. Just con guy on the road, talk less of someone that now mounts a pulpit or sitting on a
And said
mat
in
and now,
Jesus' name. The Holy Spirit
uh,
told me.
aha. So that just is what it is the end of it all when the last day that God will separate the sheep from the goats.
Right. Thank you very
So
much, Doctor.
that just
Let's
it.
talk. Thank you, sir. Let's talk about social media here. Uh,
Okay.
what will you say has been the impact and the influence of social media in our community today and in today's generation? Um, at least we all have a phone in our hands and we see how it is going. Um, what will be your take on that? We grew up, you know, without this social media thing. What will you say is social media, especially the use of social media in this generation, especially in our own society over there and globally? What's your perception of it?
So I look at it as when we were growing up, there wasn't such immense presence or activities in the social media sphere. So, so the Gen Z and the like, they they were born into this space. Unlike our generation, I said, we learn how to handle it over the years and start developing and start learning more and increasing the skill. But this Gen Z and the rest, they were born a 2 year, 3 year old kid can navigate a tab and phone efficiently. What the daddy cannot access,
Mhm.
the kid will access it because we were learning. But they didn't learn, they just naturally, because they see, they grow with it. You are so, and the influence uh, is pervasive everywhere, both negative and the positive. The positive aspect is how we can talk now positively, using it positively. But negative aspect is using it to scam others, using it to malign others, using it to bully others,
Blackmail.
using it, yes, to blackmail others. And at the higher level or the highest level of country spying on each other and attack, cyber attack, country against country. That is the highest level of it.
So it is both
It's,
ways.
an,
It
it's
has
all
positive and
sides.
negative way impact. As a parent of Gen Z, I'm taking that question from the social media side to the Gen Z side. Oh, will I say your children, any of your children Gen Zs? I think so. You have a graduate, you have a child also studying abroad. What has your parenting experience been, with these folks? Because, I mean, you have you have a child studying in America currently. You have a child who just left university, not too long ago, and a professional. And you have multiple degrees. You have bachelor's, MSc, MBA. By the time you went for your MSc, then I think you and your wife, I was joking with you, both of you were in school with MSc, your children were in school, you're not satisfied, you did your MBA way back at IFE. Now, by the time I had, you already had a PhD or 6 years program somewhere. So sorry, I mean, I don't know how long it took, but I know you are working, so it could have taken a while. You like books so much, and you're a parent of of Gen Zs. Has it been parenting and studying, being in school at the same time with your children until you bagged your PhD recently? Two things there: parenting and schooling with your children.
So I always say parenting is intentional.
Say that again, sir.
I always say parenting is intentional.
Wow.
So if because we have a lot of accidental parents, accidental mother,
Accidental
emergency
parent.
father, yes, those that did not plan to be parents. I
Hmm.
was telling my daughter like last week or there about that. Okay, there was something that okay, some of the kids that came to plug the apples in my compound, that. So, so my wife brought one of the car keys to just to repair the car. Unfortunately, she dropped it on the trunk of the car, and one of the kids just
Picked it.
uh, picked it and damaged the key.
Oh,
And I said, so you understand? I said, since my two children, they have never been destructive. It's only when other kids come to my house that they destroy things.
Hmm.
My daughter was not asking me, Daddy, did we? I said, it's not in your blood. It's not in your DNA because I was never destructive when I was growing up. I love
Hmm.
my mom. I lost my dad when I was 12 years. I was in primary six. So I don't want to cause
Oh,
my mom any harm.
sorry about that.
So, so even while we were at school, when they were doing a looter, destroying cars, I never destroy anybody's car, I never destroy anybody because I know I'm going to buy a car. Someone will
Hmm.
not destroy my car, will I be looking at? Someone will not come to my, remember the Okeagbo,
Exactly. All
looter
those
stuff.
we went to university together, so all those strikes and all those
You
riots.
understand?
Yeah.
Destructive thing. I never destroy anybody because I'm going to buy a car, I'm going to build houses. How will I be looking when someone is destroying my property? So it was intentional. I said, but I said, they asked me, Daddy, did you ever broke anything? I said, no, no, no. They said, why would you not do that? From school, you get home, you go to your mom's shop, and you are back at home. Why will you not have time to destroy anything? Did you say, have you ever caught the upholstery? I said, no, you never. I said, no, it wasn't in your DNA.
So you are
It's not in
saying
my.
some parents are absentee or they don't have the values or they are not intentional parents and it reflects on
So,
their children.
and as I said, those part of it has effect. Even while I was away from my family for like 6, 7 years, out of where my family resides, I make it a point of duty. I must come home every weekend to impart because I miss so much of my dad because he died when I was 12 years.
Hmm.
So I have type of family when I was growing up. I have at least picture of the type of family I want to raise, how God helping me unwillingly, how I want my home to look like.
Right.
So to parent, it must be intentional.
Hmm.
It it must be deliberate.
Hmm.
So that is just it.
Right. Let me chide you a little bit in 30 seconds. How was it like when all of you were in school? You know, daddy, mommy, you're paying in dollars here in America. You are still we're paying in private university in Nigeria.
So that is the luxury of staying back. You
Hmm.
understand? I very rare. I don't know. You may correct me, or you are there to see father, mother, and the kids going to school together. That would be killing.
That's what I did. I just finished my MBA, you know, not too long ago. And anyway, continue what you're saying. And my children were in school. I think I have a graduate who graduated over 2 years ago, and my younger child, she'll be graduating in a couple of weeks right now. And so I think somewhere along the line, that's why I was
So
asking you that question.
I know that it's very rare. It takes time. You understand? So it's about being intentional. And
Okay,
then when I went back to school with my wife, I'll just look at it and say, "Guy, it's been over 10 years that you've added anything to your degree or certification.
try.
I was just engrossed in work. After my BSc, MBA, ACA, nothing for complete 10 years. Just work, work, work." I said,
Let,
no,
let me
that's
ask you
that.
this because we are running out of time. Let me ask you this, and I still want to chip in one question. We have just 3 minutes remaining, and I need to sign out. Your apart from that self-actualization, did you have been a fellow of the Institute of Chartered Accountants for many years, decades now. So,
Yeah.
did your additional qualification did it help you in the workplace? Did it add to your bottom line? Apart from the experience and the skill you are bringing, the new knowledge.
It, it, it's global. You understand? It brings a lot of uh, acknowledgement, recognition. You understand? I was
Okay.
celebrated in my organization. I was celebrated.
Wow, wow. Does it give
You
you other
understand?
leverages or anything, any leverage, or it's just acknowledgements?
It's enough for me.
All right.
In some other organization, you will not get even to be mentioned.
You'll not be noticed. Yeah.
in my organization handle, social handle, you see there
Wow, wow.
officially. You understand? I was
That must have
celebrated
been,
with my colleague, three of us at almost about the same time.
wow.
So we were celebrated.
That must have been very encouraging. We are going
Uh,
to have a hard stop in the next minute. What would be your last word to our viewers before you drop off today? We have just 1 more minute.
so we encourage everyone not to give up, keep pushing, keep trying. Rome was not built in a day, and we should continue to believe with God all things are possible.
Any hope for Nigeria?
There are millions of hope.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah,
Thank you. So much
thank you
appreciate
for
you
having me.
today for coming on our program, Dr. Ebenezer Adekunle, PhD, FCA. Thank you so much for sharing your experience with us. And we hope that when we invite you next time, you will come and you will oblige us to come and add value to our community.
Sure, sure. Thank you for having me. Been a
Th-
pleasure.
Thank you, sir. So this is where we round off people on this edition of If You Asked Jimmy interviews. Special thanks to our guest today, Dr. Ebenezer Adekunle, who has been our guest today and sharing a lot of useful information with us and opening our paradigm to a lot of things going on globally. We thank you one more time, sir. And thank you, OMS Consulting, for being our back end support and making sure that we get everything right in this live interview. For anything media, new media, social media, online media, anything media and communications, please, you can reach out to OMS Consulting. They will flash their number on the line. I have my regular daytime job and I'm extremely busy in my corporate career, but this is OMS that supports me behind the scene. Thank you, OMS, and thank you everyone for watching. See you on the next one. Till we meet again. Bye. Thank you, Doctor. Bye, sir.